After years, we finally get the backstory for Jellal and his upbringing with the new 100-year quest chapter. So the chapter starts with a young Jellal who's actually named Seagrain, and he's with his mother at the cemetery standing in front of his father's grave. It doesn't say how his dad died, but you can see that even at this young age, Jellal is feeling heavy feelings of his death and swears to his mom that from now on he'll be the one to protect her, already trying to take on that role of becoming the man of the family and setting his goals for his life. His goals being to learn magic and join the Magic Council and just become this man who can protect his mom. Jellal, my boy, too bad you're not the main character of your own series, or this may not have ended so terribly for you. Also, anyone getting Urza vibes from Jellal's mom, or is that just me? But it's funny because you can say he still has the same goal in current Fairy Tail, only now the woman he intends to protect is Urza. As we arrive at his village, the village is set in flames, under brutal attack, and no one is safe. The adults are being slaughtered one by one, and the children are being kidnapped, a plan set by these attackers. In the middle of all this, Jellal witnesses his own mother being brutally attacked from behind, eventually witnessing her own death, and he just lets this anguish scream out and gets overpowered by the other attackers. Jellal then gets restrained and thrown to the ground, and we all know where it leads from here. Jellal finds himself in prison along other children, the same prison he meets Urza, and it's Wally who asks him what his name is. He thinks about the future Seagrain could have had. He thinks about Seagrain going to magic school and getting strong enough to protect his mom. Thinks about a future where he earns his way into the council and comes to the conclusion that now that his mom is dead and he couldn't protect that future, that Seagrain's future is dead, and announces his new name, the birth of Jellal. I think it's hilarious too, because technically, Seagrain was his real name when he gave that name to the Magic Council earlier in the Fairy Tail series. Returning to modern day, Jellal, who's in this battle with God Serena, he's feeling the toll of God Serena's magic, filled with pain and anguish of these painful memories that he feels responsible for. And that's the point of this magic that's being used on Jellal, to be consumed by his sins. Of course, we see an emotional power-up in this battle. Cue the Fairy Tail music for this power-up. I can't even say I'm surprised, and Jellal recognizes his sins won't disappear, but he knows one thing for sure, and that's Urza being his light in all of this darkness that surrounds him. A scarlet light. His strength in life is Urza Scarlet. And yes, fucking yes, he pretty much accepts Urza's earlier proposal to join Fairy Tail officially when he says he'll finally move forward from his past, from his sins, and finally live in the present to become a Fairy Tail wizard. It's about time too, because I was getting just as tired as Urza with Jellal not being able to come to terms with his past. He's definitely atoned for his sins and can move forward. He's come a long way. If you think about it, it's kind of cool. Early Fairy Tail, we had Mystigan, who was Edalus Jellal as an official Fairy Tail member, and now we're getting actual Jellal joining the guild. I can't wait to see more Jellal and see him spending more time with Urza and see how the relationship blossoms. From there, we should see some great scenes involving the two. But first, Jellal has to finish his fight with Serena, and he purifies God Serena's dark dragons and uses 9 stars to pierce the heavens, Orion. Just full-on destruction and mayhem used on Serena, damaging him so much that you can see the robotic parts being shown on Serena's face. Because, of course, this isn't the exact same Serena that got taken out by Acnologia, but this Serena does get taken out the same exact way as Acnologia took out the original version of him, which is fucking great. Jellal owned that fraud Serena and destroys his body, returning God Serena to the dead, ending the fight, which could have been a little longer in my opinion, but nonetheless, still a cool fucking fight. It's not often we get cool Jellal fights like this, so I'll take it. Hopefully this is the last we see of God Serena too, because I'm not looking forward to any other returns of this guy. My only issue is Gagio can't get his get back now after getting owned by God Serena a couple chapters back. I would have really loved to see Gagio even get a punch in there, but there's other moments to see Gagio shine, I guess. And that ends the chapter. Really looking forward to seeing Jellal himself telling Urza that he's decided to join. I just know she about to have the best time of her life at Fairy Tail from now on, now that Jellal is gonna be here to stay. What did you guys think of the chapter? And what do you hope to see in the future of Fairy Tail? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like for your boy, or a comment that says go fuck yourself, and I'll see you on the next one.